Hey everybody, welcome back to Digital Kids Church. Today is Unit 2, Lesson 4 on Joseph in prison, and it's still in the book of Genesis, 39, 7 to 41 and 47. It's brought to you by Mr. Michael, Miss Nikki, and Miss Rebecca. Let's check it out. Alright everybody, our story is in the book of Genesis, Genesis 39. And since it's in Genesis, in the first book of the Bible, I think we should look at the books of the Bible.
Let's learn the books of the Bible! Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers and Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job and Psalms and Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Songs. We're gonna learn the books of the Bible. We're gonna learn the books of the Bible. We're gonna learn the books of the Bible because we love God's Word. Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel and Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. You did it! That's the Old Testament. We're gonna learn the books of the Bible. We're gonna learn the books of the Bible. We're gonna learn the books of the Bible because we love God's Word. You guys are doing great, but let's speed it up for the New Testament! Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, Acts and Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians and Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, 1st and 2nd Timothy, Titus and Philemon. We're gonna learn the books of the Bible. We're gonna learn the books of the Bible. We're gonna learn the books of the Bible because we love God's Word. Let's keep going, everybody! Hebrews and James! Hebrews, James, 1st and 2nd Peter, 1st, 2nd, 3rd John, Jude and Revelation. Oh yeah, we did it! That's the New Testament. We're gonna learn the books of the Bible. We're gonna learn the books of the Bible. We're gonna learn the books of the Bible because we love God's Word. Now we know the books of the Bible. Now we know the books of the Bible. Now we know the books of the Bible because we love God's Word. Because we love God's Word.
Alright, let's watch the story of Genesis 39, 7 to 41 and 47.
Joseph. He may be famous for his fancy coat, but Joseph's life wasn't exactly easy. His jealous brothers wanted to kill him, but instead sold him into slavery. It was tough, but he worked hard and God was with him. His master, a powerful Egyptian named Potiphar, really liked Joseph and eventually put him in charge of everything he owned. But Potiphar's wife lied, accusing Joseph of something he never did. It wasn't fair, but Joseph was thrown into prison. And this is where we start our story. Joseph is stuck in the royal dungeon, but God is still with him. God orchestrates his plan, and the warden ends up putting Joseph in charge of all the other prisoners. Because God was with Joseph and Joseph trusted God, God made sure it worked out for the best. Then one day Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, became furious with his chief cupbearer and his chief baker. So he threw them into the royal jail, the same one where Joseph was. And then one night, both the cupbearer and the baker had weird dreams. When Joseph checked in on them the next morning, he saw they were both upset. So he asked them, "What's wrong?" They said, "We've both had dreams, but there's no one to interpret them." Joseph said, "I know God, and God interprets dreams. Let me help you. Please tell me the dreams." The cupbearer went first, and when he finished sharing his dream, Joseph told him that it meant in 3 days the cupbearer would be free and back to his job in the palace. Then Joseph added, "When this happens, can I ask you for a favor? Please remember me. Tell Pharaoh about me and get me out of this place. I was kidnapped from my house, and I am here in this prison unfairly." The baker liked the meaning of the cupbearer's dream and wanted to find out the meaning of his dream. But as Joseph interpreted his dream, it had a very different ending. Joseph told the baker that his dream meant that in 3 days the baker was going to be executed. 3 days later, it's Pharaoh's birthday, and he throws a feast for all of his servants. And the interpretations that Joseph gave them came true. But with all of this going on, unfortunately, the cupbearer totally forgets about Joseph. And 2 years go by. This time, Pharaoh is the one with the dreams. In the first one, Pharaoh sees 7 really nice cows and 7 skinny, sick cows. And the sick cows eat the good cows. Pharaoh's second dream is just as weird. He sees kind of the same thing, but this time it was 7 thin, nasty ears of grain that ate 7 big and healthy ears of grain. Pharaoh was really disturbed and upset. And when morning came, he sent for all of his counselors, advisors, everybody who could give him advice. He told them his dreams, but no one could interpret them. And then the cupbearer remembered Joseph and told Pharaoh about how Joseph interpreted his dreams years ago. So Pharaoh ordered for Joseph to be brought from the royal prison ASAP. "I dreamed a dream," Pharaoh told Joseph, "but nobody seems to be able to tell me what it means. I've heard you are able to interpret dreams." Joseph answered, "Not I, but with God's help I am able to. What was your dream?" Pharaoh shared his dream with Joseph, and Joseph said to Pharaoh, "Your dreams mean the same thing. God is telling you what he is going to do. The healthy 7 followed by the sick 7 means 7 great years will happen throughout Egypt. But immediately after that will be 7 years of famine. And this famine will be really bad." Because of how God gave Joseph insight and wisdom, Pharaoh moves Joseph out of the prison and into the palace. He makes Joseph second in command of his entire kingdom and responsible for preparing Egypt for the famine. Just as God had shown to Joseph, the next 7 years produced amazing crops, and Joseph had the food gathered and stored. And then the famine came. Exactly how Joseph had said. The famine was everywhere, not just in Egypt, but Egypt was the only country that had food. And soon the whole world was coming there to buy food from Joseph so they could survive.
All right, everybody, it's time for a memory verse. Let's stand up and do Proverbs 3, 5, and 6.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and
All right, everybody, let's say Proverbs 3:5-6 now that we've sung it. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. After the end of this slide, guys, what I have for you is a picture of the printout that you can use to